suited up today, Mazi Smith. So that
Right.
came out, I think Friday, maybe. I think it might have been either yesterday or Friday, but
Yeah.
well, yesterday was Friday, so Thursday or Friday. That long story short, he had some potential legal issues. It sounds as if they may be resolved or dropped, but nonetheless, I mean, we were hearing about that rough, let's say December 1st, and
Right.
the report was this incident happened October 7th.
Right.
So you had some pretty strong opinions on it. So would like to get your thoughts in front of our viewers and kind of talk about it.
Well, I don't want to damper the mood and take away from the moment, but look, um, eh, the way I look at it is not, I don't think it's very different than I think if you're being objective about it, that you probably see it similar. I think the optics of it, especially initially when you saw reports, weren't great, right? Considering the prosecutor being essentially a Michigan fan. I think he was a Michigan alum, got his law degree from Michigan, so connected to the program, right, in one way or the other. The timing of it, this incident happened in early October. He's not being charged to December, where the season he's gotten through the whole regular season essentially. Right now we're into the championship weekend and stuff like that. Um, so I just thought optically it looked bad and mishandled from both a legal standpoint, from a prosecution, and also from a coaching standpoint, for Jim Harbaugh, because I felt like if it was something, if they wanted to have the perception that they are taking the matter seriously and they wanted to make sure that they're um, holding their own players accountable and make sure that other people see that they hold their own players accountable, that if when this happened and Maji was as forthcoming as they said he was, that he should have probably had some kind of suspension, because just to set the tone for, look, no matter who you are on the team, if you make mistakes, and this is not to disparage anybody's character at all, but you make mistakes, there are consequences for that mistakes. And I just didn't think it was handled as smoothly as it could have been from pretty much all sides, man. And I thought it was an unnecessary distraction and bad optics. So that was the gist of how I felt about it. Um, do I think it's good optics to have had him out there tonight? Probably not the best. Do I think a lot of people care? Probably not, because you want to win. But if it from a morality standpoint, and University of Michigan, we talk about being leaders and best, and have this really high morality complex, right? I just think that part of the actions seem slightly hypocritical, and maybe could have been handled a little bit better. But um, look, he's out there. It doesn't look like they're going to take any kind of actions to turn suspension. I doubt they'll do anything at this point, especially with what games are on the horizon. But look, facts will continue to come out, and I just hope that whatever happens, that they do things accordingly in the right way. If you're going to call other people out about their programs, and they're taking care of their guys or holding their guys accountable, which I have no problem with. You should just make sure you're doing that too, so you don't come off as a hypocrite. That's my main thing, and I say that because I care about the University of Michigan. I want them to be fair to themselves. You know, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it was just odd. I guess I'll put it that way. Just because essentially you almost went a full 2 months with this. The incident had happened, and you didn't hear any. I mean, we've been on this stream every Wednesday, and we're looking up news and following Michigan Twitter, and I heard nothing about this at all. So when this happened, I assumed that this was real time. Like I assumed, like, oh man, Mazi did this, this weekend. Like, what? Oh man, what a bad time. And it was like, yeah, it was tied to an October 7th incident, and it's just like, huh, that's interesting. And then I don't know. I'm not sure if you noticed if you were watching, I mean, the literal kickoff of the game today. But Joel Klatt had said he just mentioned they looked, had the camera on Mazi Smith. The defense was coming out, and he's like, "Yeah, Mazi Smith suited up, and he's out there." But then he didn't go into it at all, like as of why he even said that. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it was, well, he missed last week, he was kind of banged up or anything like that. He just kind of said it, and I think he wanted to kind of take another step, but he didn't. He just kind of stopped. So I thought that was interesting.
It was kind of a slip in words that, and I think an offensive lineman, I can't think of who said something like, he's going to be out, but we're going to have to keep on without him or something like that. Just kind of, I think, let it out and not in jest, not it wasn't on purpose, but I think it just his natural talk. So hey, look, it is what it is, man. You know, uh, look, they bounce back. I think as I'm watching the post game, the celebration, you know, um, they have a really good tight knit group. I think Harbaugh has built an incredible culture. Uh, they come out, they're focused, they're physical, they're tough mentally and physically. And look, if you have that with really good talent, which it seems like he's done a really good job of bringing it onto campus, then you have a legitimate shot to do some really special things. And I see you're seeing the you're seeing that all come together into fruition, and it really is a beautiful thing to see. It really is compared to where they've been.